Road making the old way. This is a stone crusher. Lumps of rock and brick put into the crusher, which then crushes it to a working size. When the rocks are too big for the crusher, a more traditional method is used. The road contractors would usually leave home for 3 months at a time. They lived where they worked in living wagons at the side of the road. It was a long and hard job, and the pay was quite poor. The early roads were just stone and brick, rolled until it was flat. Imagine driving your new BMW over this. Then progress came in the shape of the diesel road roller, and they were scrapped or put into preservation. It's interesting that the first 50 miles of the M1 motorway was constructed using steamrollers. It's always nice to see traction engines on the road. This burro, named the Duke of Kent, is being driven by the late Steve Neville on his last road run before he died. A keen preservationist was Steve, who drove traction engines on the road more than any other man in preservation. Graham Love from Crouch in Derbyshire is another man who believes in driving his engine on the road. This Fowler road locomotive is named Excelsior. There are moves in Europe to stop these engines going on the road. Wouldn't it be a shame if we could no longer see a sight like this?
Now we're over to another section that I'm very happy to take part in as commentator every year. These are the miniatures in steam. They won't call them models because they are exact replicas of the real thing. They do every job that the big ones do in miniature. Same machinery, skillfully made by some fine engineers. Most of these made in their own homes, in their sheds, some parts in the kitchen, no doubt. Many thousands of hours work to reproduce these exact replicas of the real engine. A very fine section run by Ron Frampton. Two young lassies here on their way to the roller section, a little bit camera shy. There it is, Arthur Field's Fitney Queen. Arthur, the late organiser of this section. Section now run by Robert Crabb. These lovely old rollers, Abel & Porter there, manufactured more rollers than any other firm. So they just stay there ticking over, rather bored. Can't come out to play today. Grand bunch of chaps, these roller drivers. They do everything that the old roller drivers used to years ago. They bring along their water carts and their roller vans. I remember it well when the old roller driver used to go away for a week and work on his engine, on the roads. It's not easy going, believe me.